In this video, I will show you how to calculate the factorial of the given number. First, I will open the editor. Before typing my program, just I will show you how do we calculate the factorial of the given number. For example, 5 factorial means we will start 1. We will start from 1 up to 5. We have to multiply by incremented by 1. 1 multiplied with 2, 2 multiplied with 3, multiplied with 4, multiplied with 5. Similarly, 6 factorial means starts from 1 up to 6. 7 factorial means starts from 1 up to 7, we have to multiply. So what is the logic we have to see? If you see that, suppose if you consider this is I value ranges from 1 to up to 5 to calculate the factorial of 5. It's like I is equals to 1 to up to what number? 5. 1 to 5. In this case, I is equals to 1 to 7. So that means we are going to iterate a loop beginning from 1 to up to the given number. That is, suppose here it is 7, here it is 6, not 7. Okay. So like this, we have to iterate. So to calculate the factorial of the given number, we need to take the help of the loops. So here I am going to use for loops. The for loop control variable I is going to iterate from 1, beginning from 1 up to the given number. I will give you a choice to the user. User can enter any number. If the user enters 5, it will calculate the factorial of 5. If the user enters 6, it calculates the 6 factorial value. If the user enters n, it calculates the n factorial value. File, new source file, include the required library files .h, begin the main function. It is the beginning point of the execution part of our program. We need to collect an input value from the user for which number the user wants to calculate the factorial, that is n. That we are going to collect at runtime using the scanf function. And one more is we need to hold the result of factorial, that I am going to hold it in a temporary variable called fact. Initially it is initialized with 1. Why I am using 1? Why? Because each time we are going to perform multiplication. That is the reason we need to hold it assigned with 1. Now we need to collect the input value from the user. Enter a number and this ends with semicolon. To read a number, it is an integer number, so use the format specifier, and our input number variable name is n, so ampersand n ends with semicolon. So how do we calculate the n factorial? Beginning from 1 up to n, and we need here a control variable I, so that also we have to declare here I. So total 3 variables are required for this program. This I value ranges from 1, I is less than or equals to n up to the user given number, and each time it is incremented by 1. And what is the logic we are going to use here? Fact is equals to fact multiplied by I. This is the logic I am going to use. First time when I value is equals to 1, initially fact is 1. So 1 into 1, it restores 1. In the next iteration, I value is 2, I value becomes 2. Then it returns I value 2 and previous fact value is 1. 1 into 2, it returns 2. For the next iteration, I value is 3, fact value is 2, I value is 3. So 2 multiplied by 3, then it returns 6. Like that. After come out of the for loop, the fact holds the final output. What is our final output? Factorial of the given number that I am going to print is, the result is percentile. So here I am going to use, first I have to print the n value, then I have to print the factorial value, and this statement ends with semicolon, like this. After completion of the logic part, we need to save this program. So factorial demo1.c. After successful saving, we need to compile. So try to find out the errors. There are no errors. Suppose if I entered 5, what is the factorial 5 value? So 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24, 24 into 5, that results 120. So 5 factorial value is 120. If I press enter, I am supposed to get Factorial of the given number 5 is factorial of the given number is missing here, just I will add the text here. Factorial of the given number, or factorial of 5 is, that's also, you can remove this one also. Factorial of 5. Once we made any changes, we immediately have to save and recompile. So if this time if I entered 6, what we can expect? 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24, 24 multiplied by 5, 120, 120 into 6, 720. So we are supposed to get 720 as the result. Just check it. Factorial of 6 is 720. So how the loop changes its value? What is the internal value that are stored? If you want to observe what is happening inside the for loop, we can include a printf statement for our better understanding purpose, like what is the fact value and what is the I value. Okay, so when iteration number is nothing but I value. At the same time, what is the latest fact value in that particular iteration, that is also percentage d. Iteration means our control variable I, factorial value means our output variable fact. Just I want to watch what is the value of I in the first iteration, what is the value of I in the second iteration, what is the value of I in the seventh iteration, nth iteration, like that I want to watch it, what is happening inside in each iteration. In iteration 1, what is the latest fact value? In next iteration, what is the latest fact value? In the nth iteration, what is the latest fact value? So here I'm going to separate each line with a new line, so I will add new line here. Once we made any changes, immediately save, compile. You can by pressing F9 button or by pressing this icon. No errors. Run the program. Suppose if I entered 6 factorial, you can see in the first iteration the fact is holds 1. Why? Because fact is equals to fact into I. Fact value is initially 1. I value in that iteration is 1. This is I value. So initially fact is 1. In the next iteration, fact is equals to fact into I. I value is in the next iteration 2. Fact value is 1. This 1 and this 2. This 1 and 2 multiplied with 2. In the next iteration, I value becomes 3. Fact is equals to fact multiplied by 2. So 2 multiplied by 3, then it returns 6. In the next iteration, fact value, in the next iteration, I value is 4, fact value is 6. So 6 multiplied by 4, then it returns 24. Like that, what is happening inside, that I am trying to cross check it by including a printf statement inside the loop. So actually our target output is this one only. We need not to print all these lines of the code, but for better understanding what is happening inside the each and every loop, in each and every iteration, how the value of I is changing, how the value of fact is changing. To observe these two variables, I am using I value and I am using fact value inside the loop. How many times this loop runs? How many times this loop runs? As I entered here 6, so 6 iterations are performed here. If you observe, iteration 1 performed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 6 iterations it will work. Why? Because we clearly given I is equals to 1, I less than or equals to 6. So we given a control variable. At runtime I given n value 6. Only 6 iterations are happened. After 6, I plus plus becomes 7. So 7 is not less than or equals to 6. Condition becomes false. Then it will come out of the loop. Then it prints the final output, that is final factorial of the given number is like this, it will print. So like this we can calculate the factorial of the given number using a loop.